18 months. They don't have 3-chamber systems or compost tumblers or any of that. Kitchen waste goes straight into the ground, buried between plants or along the rows, and that's the end of the story. Vegetable scraps, peels, cores, wilted greens, anything that came from the garden eventually goes back into it. There's no waiting, no turning piles, no monitoring temperatures or moisture levels. Compost bins are like gym memberships. Everyone gets one with great intentions, then it just sits there while you feel guilty. You dig a small hole, drop the scraps in, cover them with soil, and move on. The worms find it. Bacteria break it down. Fungi get involved. The soil absorbs the nutrients, and the plants benefit. The whole process happens underground, out of sight, with zero effort beyond the initial 30 seconds it takes to bury the scraps. This method has been working for the Amish for as long as they've been gardening, and it'll keep working because it's based on how nature already operates. In a forest, nobody is building compost piles. Leaves fall, animals leave waste, plants die back, and everything breaks down right where it lands. The soil gets richer every year without any human intervention. The Amish just apply that same principle to their gardens. Some people worry about attracting pests by burying food scraps, but that's rarely an issue if you're covering them properly and not burying meat or dairy, which the Amish don't do anyway. The scraps break down quickly when they're in contact with soil, much faster than they would sitting exposed in a bin. Nature invented composting. Humans invented compost bins. Nature is still winning. The garden quietly eats the kitchen's leftovers, and everyone benefits. But even the richest soil won't help your plants if they're not getting enough water at the right times. The Amish don't follow watering schedules printed on seed packets or advice from gardening apps. They check the soil with their hands, and the soil tells them what it needs. If it's dry an inch down, it gets watered. If it's still moist, they leave it alone. That's the entire system. No timers, no charts, no guessing based on what day of the week it is. This approach works because plants don't care about schedules. They care about soil moisture. You can water every single day at the same time and still end up with overwatered or underwatered plants if you're not paying attention to what's actually happening in the ground. Soil dries out at different rates depending on temperature, humidity, wind, and how much the plants are actively growing. A schedule can't account for all that. Your hands can. When the Amish water, they do it at the base of the plants, not from overhead. Water goes where the roots are, not on the leaves where it just evaporates or encourages fungal diseases. A slow, deep watering is worth more than a quick surface sprinkle that barely penetrates the soil. The roots follow the water down, growing deeper and stronger, which makes the plants more resilient during dry spells. Plants also tell you when they need water if you're paying attention. Leaves start to look a little less perky. The soil pulls away slightly from the stems. The color dulls just a bit. These are early signs, and catching them early means you can water before the plant is actually stressed. The Amish catch these signs because they're in the garden every day, looking at the same plants, noticing small changes.